Out of 3 million bags harvested, 2.3 million contain intolerable levels of aflatoxin.
Since 2004, the country has suffered severe outbreaks of illness from aflatoxins.
And signs that the country will be afflicted by cancer were perhaps pointed out almost a decade ago.
I'm more than 100% sure that it affects people, and that within the next 10 to 15 years, we will also have serious cases of cancer.
Cancer is also about lifestyle.
That the volume of imported insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides has more than doubled in the 4 years, with a growth rate of 144%.
There is one thing that every living human being on earth does every day: eat. We eat so we can live. What we eat, how it is grown, and how it gets onto our plates is the subject of this documentary. It is becoming clear that Kenya's food system is broken. Food that is supposed to be destroyed because it contains harmful aflatoxins somehow leaves the port of Mombasa. Food grown by our farmers has rotten in the fields. Dairy farmers have had to pour liters of milk down the drain because they can't access the markets. All this in a country that has experienced cyclical periods of drought and hunger. Now, we are facing serious problems. Even the food we grow on our farms is being sprayed with chemicals linked to cancer. For 4 months of this year's crop season, I looked into the subject of food and started with the politics around pesticides. Our story begins with the humble tomato. At a tomato field located in Moiben, a settlement in Kenya's Uasin Gishu County, this man is just beginning his job. He is preparing a mixture of methane super and romectin, an insecticide used to control harmful pests on tomatoes. Toxic as they are to the pests, they are equally toxic to human beings, especially when handled like this. This man is one of the workers hired by Jackson Kwambani, a renowned large-scale tomato farmer here. I begin my interaction with Jackson by asking him why his workers don't have protective gear.
Unajua hapa mwenye kufanya kazi ya spraying anakuja kuajiriwa. Na unapokuwa ukiajiriwa, you need to come with your protective devices, clothes and gloves and even masks. But for the case of unaona mtu anaona kwa sababu hii kazi unafanya kuspray 120 liters ina cost 30 shillings per one knapsack. So mtu anaona kukua na ile vibaya ya kukosti 100 na maybe anatarajia wanaona eri wakasane tu wafanye hivyo.
Jackson does see the danger his employees are exposed to, and he knows the consequences too.
In the last 2 years we lost a friend called Philip Kemboi kwa sababu ya madawa kama hizi alipiga. Mwisho kulikuwa na biwavi, ball armyworm. Akapiga kwa sababu ilikuwa mpaka jioni, aka extend hours ya kufanya, by then hakukuwa na wafanyakazi. So yeye mwenyewe akafanya na pia tulipoteza yeye. Na wengine tunajua waonekane, but in the near future hii maneno ya dawa iko na madhara.
Although we can't establish what really killed Philip, the link between harmful chemicals in pesticides like this and chronic diseases in humans is now obvious. About 15,000 kilometers away in San Francisco, California, United States, Dwayne Johnson is fighting to live. He has non-Hodgkin lymphoma, a terminal cancer he got from prolonged exposure to glyphosate. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup, the world's most widely used weed killer. Johnson was responsible for spraying Roundup at a number of schools and sports fields in Benicia, a suburb located 30 miles east of San Francisco. But unlike the workers in Moiben, he always wore protective gear. But occasional leaks left him exposed. Monsanto, the maker of Roundup, was ordered to pay Johnson $289 million or 28 billion Kenya shillings in damages. Roundup is actively used by Kenyan farmers. There are many other products currently in use in Kenya whose active ingredient is glyphosate. But it isn't just the growers of our food that are at risk. These chemicals go directly onto our food. Back in Moiben, I asked Jackson whether he's concerned about pesticide residue on his tomatoes.
Nyanya bwana, hii ni safi bwana. Hata saa hii nikukupatia hii unakula na unaendelea. Unajua hii ni mboga. Na unaweza pendelea kula ikiwa mbichi ama kama imepikwa. Tukisema inadhuru, hata zile machungwa inatolewa South Africa ama Egypt, hatuna uhakikisho ni nini inafanyika kule. So sisi lazima tutumie dawa yenye tuko nayo na tutumie mbolea yenye inatumika kwetu na tuangalia tumefaitika kwa ile kazi tunafanya.
Ironically, Jackson has incurred a huge loss. I'll tell you more about that a little later. The volume of Kenya's pesticide imports has been growing over the years. A report by the Route to Food Initiative shows that pesticide quantities have increased by 144% in the last 4 years.
From 2015, Kenya was importing 6,400 tons. And 2018,